Hey, welcome to Pioneer Prosperity Movement. Here I am, Maddie, in front of you. As you know my name by now, isn't it? Yeah, you know my name. So on Moreover, we help parents and families mainly to achieve their freedom of life because it's a birthright, isn't it? Yeah. So mainly to achieve their freedom of life in terms of time, location, and finance. And also, if it is their top priority to create their holistic, organic, low toxic health and legacy and generational wealth, if it is their top priority, here we are to personally help and mentor them through our patented global online business and also online business education. So here we are. So let's dive in straight to the topic as I shared with you. It's not a specific topic or something, but here I am to share with you based on the number of queries that I'm getting. Yes, of course. So here we are committed to answer you. Yes, definitely. But at the same point of time, just think about this for a second, guys. Just think about this for a second. On and each day, I'm getting number of queries. I'm getting so many number of queries. When I'm getting those many number of queries on and each day, of course, yes, definitely, I'm living with the time freedom. I'm not working for someone. I stopped selling my freedom. I stopped selling my time to someone. Rather, I am doing my business with a full, complete time freedom. Right? So, whereas based on the topic that I mentioned, we are, of course, definitely, we are here committed to answer you. Definitely, before you jump on, before you make a decision about what business it is, to make yourself a business owner with this business. Of course, definitely, when you jump onto this business, you know why? You know what? You will become the business owner. You are not. You're not going to work under anyone. No, this is going to be your business. All right. So in that case, but at the same time, we provide help and mentorship because how it is possible to you to be a business owner without you being knowing with what this business is involved, what how to do or what not to do, what to do, right? You must know, right? That's why we are here to commit to personally help and mentor you. We will take the complete responsibility to mentor you. At the same point of time, yes, you should know before you decide to jump onto the business, you should know, right? I completely understand that, and that is why we are here to commit to answer you. So, and moreover, if you are jumping on live, hashtag live, and this is the time to question us as well. And if you're watching replay, hashtag replay. So here I'm going to reveal so many nuggets and informations for you to think about. So, as I asked you before, just think about this for a second. Yes, of course, we are committed to answer you, but at the same time, based on the number of new queries that I get every single day, just think about this for a second, guys. If I'm going to sit and answer each and every one of them, okay? If I'm going to sit and answer each and every one of them, they are based on the questions and based on the queries, what happens? Just think about this for a second. What happens? Don't you think that I will be doing another job? Don't you think about that? Based on the number of queries I get, if I'm going to just for say, if I get minimum 10 queries, okay, in a day, and for each of the 10 people, I'm going to sit and answer their questions and whatever the queries that I have. If I'm going to sit and answer that, and each 10 of them, each one of them among the 10 is having a 5 questions, 50 questions in a day. Don't you think that I will be doing another job? Right? Isn't it? So, but that's not the purpose why I jumped onto this business, right? This business, of course, is 3 million people around the globe are doing successfully because this business has been here for the past 5 decades, 49th year running now, which has seen many recession proof, blah, blah, blah. Put aside all those things. The main reason why we are here and main reason why we are doing online business is to have, first and foremost, besides the abundance of financial benefit, The first and foremost is to have a time freedom. Isn't it so? Yes, right? How many of you can say, yes, my for me, the time freedom is more is a more important, is the topmost priority in my life, is to have a time, to have a quality family time with my kids, with my wife, with my husband, with my partner. And also I need to have the quality family time for myself personally, and also I need to live the life of what I love. How many of you are listening to those kind of similar sort of sentences or something like that from your inner voice? How many of you can hear that? That is right. So we are here to have that kind of time freedom, and that is time freedom, and that is what the reason why we jumped onto this business, right? Why we are having this kind of business with us, right? And if I'm going to sit and answer each one of the question from the different people across, do you think that I will end up in living with time freedom? Don't you think that I will be doing another job even worse than a job, right? The job at least is 9 to 5. I can go by 9 o'clock, come back by 5 o'clock. If I used to work, of course, I used to work for 10 hours. If I go by 8 o'clock, come back by 6:15 in the night. If I'm go, that is a job. At least I go and come. Whereas if I do the business like sitting and answering each and every question, then it is even worse than the job, right? I'm not here for that. The main reason why we are here, why this business is going to be yours, and main reason why you are jumping onto the business is to have the time freedom, to have a quality family time, to have a quality personal time, to live the life of what you're thinking about, isn't it? Right? That's that is what the reason why we are here, right? The time freedom, right? Yeah, of course, I completely acknowledge, I completely appreciate, and also that is, and also other thing is, yes, you should know as a newbie, as a new person, you must know about this business. Yeah, I completely understand that. We completely acknowledge and appreciate that. And that is why I'm going to tell you now. But think about this for a second, guys. Before telling you what actually we are doing, think about this for a second. If I'm going to sit and answer each and every one of them, where do I get that time freedom? It is even worse than the job which I was doing before, right? So, what's the point? I will not achieve my purpose of getting into this business, right? So, that is why when a person approach us, yes, even when I approached the person by February 2020, by the end of January 2021, when I approached the person, yes, I was having a millions of questions. But you know what? Even though I was having a millions of questions, I asked only one question. That's it. And then afterwards, I respected him. I respected his time. I respected his family time. And then, similar like that, whenever a person approached me, of course, definitely I understand that even though I was having a million of millions and millions, oh my God, so many number of questions. But I didn't ask. You know what? I thought of getting to know in detail by myself, because I was open minded. I am open minded because I said to myself that I did enough in my job. It doesn't mean that I don't like my profession. Yes, I love being a physiotherapist, but I'm not getting back my time. I'm not getting back my time to be myself and to be with my family and to do what I love and live and passionate to do, right? So the main reason why we jumped on for the time freedom, besides the abundance of money which is going to give it this business, right? So in that case, even though I had a millions of questions, I had just asked for one or two questions I asked, if I could remember, hardly remember, not more than that. But then afterwards, I was asking like, where can I get the information? That's it. And then the information has been passed on to me, and then I was going through the information, and by means of that I got answers for whatever the questions that I had. Got it? Because If I'm going to ask you as the person who I approach with so many number of questions, and I am the one person, likewise 10 people are asking that person in a day, uh it's nothing but more than worse than a job, right? What I mean, right? Can you imagine you are in the business, and on a day 10 people are approaching you. I just put yourself in my situation, okay? You are in this business in future, near future, and then 10 people are approaching you, and 10 people are having five questions minimum, 50 questions a day. Just imagine that for a second. Sink this in for a second. 5 questions each person, 10 people, 50 questions a day. Will you be the business? No, right? No. That is not what we are here. That is not why we are here, right? That's not why you are here in this business, right? You are in this business what for? To have your time freedom for yourself, right? That is why what we are having is the automation. So when a person approach us, when you approach me, or when a person approach you, the moment you are in the business, when the person approach you, you know what you're going to do? You are going to send the automation platform, or the automation video program that we have. That means that what we are going to have is nothing but 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 18 minutes of video module. That 2 hours and 18 minutes of video module, that you as a business owner, when you become a business owner, when you as a business owner, that you're going to send it to your clients or send it to your people, whoever approach you. Not you are going to approach them, they are going to approach you, and you are going to send that 2 hours and 18 minutes of video module, and they are going to watch it, and they are going to listen to it. They are going to take the responsibility of going through the video module, and the means of that, whatever the questions that they have, whatever the fact, whatever the anything related to the business is already been answered there, because all the factual informations are being all answered there in that 2 hours and 18 minutes of video module. Got it what I mean? So, but that is what it is. It means we have that kind of automation already been done, because this business is 49th year, guys, 49th year. So they have analyzed each and every bits and pieces of whatever the questions. So they compiled all those answers, and they structured accordingly in those 5 video modules, which is 5 video modules in 2 hours and 18 minutes, by the different global business experts who are in this business for the past few decades. And they are already explaining about what this is business about, what it is really involved, what is this actually about organic, holistic, low toxic health, and why this business is a recession proof business, and what is this patented commission structure, and how this business can give you a kind of legacy and generational wealth, and why this business is willable legally. It is why this business is legally willable, and why this business involve just one time investment. Each and every bit has been completely structured, categorized, and explained in those 5 video modules. And if you're going to do it repeatedly over and over again and again, think about your time that you're going to spend. Rather, we have summarized, people have summarized already everything, all the questions in that 2 hours of 18 minutes, 2 hours and 18 minutes of 5 modules. Because what the point of repeatedly doing the same thing that is going to give you the same answer? Rather, we have compressed all the questions for the answers along with that. So when a person approach you, you are going to send that video module to them. Let them watch it, because it is going to be their business, same as yours, right? Same as mine. So when they take the responsibility, wow, it is going to be my business. In that case, yeah, I will sit and watch it. And when they watch it, they will get that answer. Got it? when they get that answer, you don't need to spend each and every minutes of your precious time to answer them. Got it? Likewise, when you approach me, what I do? I will send that 2 hours and 80 minutes of video module, which is actually a 1 week free trial. Of course, 2 hours and 80 minutes, guys. It means that it's even a less than a movie time, right? When an opportunity, which is the business, is going to completely change 180-degree, completely change your health, your family's health, your kids' health, and also it's going to completely change your wealth towards the freedom of life. to- Of course, anyone will spend 2 hours 18 minutes to go through it, right? Anyone, because we are all responsible parents, right? Isn't it? So it's because it's less than a movie time. So what is actually bothering us? It's less than a movie time. It's going to be life changing, right? Once in a lifetime, it's going to be a life changing opportunity, right? It's definitely irresistible offer, actually, right? So when it is going to be that much going to enhance our life, the health, the wealth, the mindset, the mentality, then why we need to spend that much of time repeatedly answering the same sort of question to all the people who ever approach you? No, right? So that is why, guys, we have an automation. 2 hours and 80 minutes, send it to the new people whoever approach you, and let them go through it, let them get that answer, and then they call you back. Then you sit and talk to them, because all the questions have already been answered. But at the same time, few people don't go through it properly. When they don't go through it properly, you know where exactly the answer is. You can tell them, might it's your business. When it's going to be your business, you go and rewatch it again. Maybe in the step 4, maybe in the step 5. Exactly, if you point it out, they go and watch it again. So you will get the time, right? That's it. That is how we achieve the time freedom. I achieve the time freedom besides the financial benefit. Got what I mean? So definitely, guys, I completely honor and completely respect and completely acknowledge and completely appreciate your questions. But at the same time, since the questions are the similar sort of question, what we do? We just send the automation to you, like how you're going to send it to your clients when you are in the business. That is what is automation. Got what I mean? That is what is automation. And moreover, people think that I'm all the time in the social media. Again, the similar thing. Am I replacing the another job? Am I replacing my previous job? No, that is not the reason why I'm in this business. When the moment you are in this business, the moment you jump onto this business, we will tell you, we will educate you all the tools necessary to make it completely automation in social media. How beautiful, right? Do you think that every day I'm sitting and doing a content, blah 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 blah? No, I have more number of tools here. I'll use those tools just once in a week. I'll sit and do it. When everyone is when everyone is working for weekdays, I'll go and enjoy my day. Whereas that one day, probably for a few hours, I'll spend my time. I'll just categorize it accordingly, and then afterwards, automation will do the job for me. Got what I mean? So I have the system which is working for me. I have several tools which are working for me. That is the best method of approaching or achieving the time freedom. Got it? Got it, guys? Got it, what I mean? Right? So these and all will be taught to you, will be explained to you, will be mentored to you as well, but through us and through our online business education program. And that is how people achieve the time freedom in this business. Besides a financial freedom they achieve in 8 to 10 years time. But definitely, guys, because I'm about to say you here that this is not a quick rich scheme, or those people who are having a lottery mindset, this is not absolutely for them. If you're watching here, you are not such kind of person, I know. But those who are having within a month time, how much I can earn, if the moment they ask a question, I will just say that, okay, I don't think it is a business. This is the business for you. I straight away say to them. Likewise, I even disqualify so many number of people too, Because what I'm after is, of course, I'm after a number of people, but at the same time, also I'm after the quality of the people. Got it? The best method of generating, creating, and staying wealthy, and also generating a generational wealth is to have a team, to leverage each other, not with competing mindset. Because when they ask that within a month how much I can earn, it comes to the lottery mindset. That lottery mindset leads to competing mindset. We are not competing, even though there are 3 million people across the globe, we are not competing with each other, because we have our own targeted clients. We will let you know how to do that, all those things. What do I mean? So, and moreover, I am creating my own digital assets. When I'm creating my own digital assets, whatever the assets that I'm creating, I can retarget it. I can automate it over and over, again and again. Past 2 years, I'm doing this business, guys. What do I mean? So in that way, but at the same time, yes, I honor your question. See, when you're about to start something, when you're about to start something, a person must know only between 40 to 60% of information. That is quite enough. But if a person with so much of skeptical point of view, that is why a person wants to know 100%. Okay, I will ask you one question here. You might have gone for a, what is it called as, for a university studies or a college studies, anything, when you're going for the studies, do you know what exactly each and every module details are? You don't know, right? When you go for the 6 months or when you go for the first year, you will get to know something. And then when you go for the second year, you'll get to know more things. And when you get to go for the third year, you'll get to know the best things, right? So it is structured accordingly, is it or not? So it takes almost 3 to 4 years time, because that's what it is. My earlier, like I did my bachelor's and as well as master's. So total of 7.5 dedicated 7 years, 7.5 years of full-time studies I did for my physiotherapy, besides the specialization. So I didn't go for like, okay, first year itself, okay, I know I know everything, please bring in all the information. I want to go through all the information. I would like to do all the exams now itself. Did I ask anything like that? Got it what I mean? It looks funny, right? Then why you are not doing that? Why your people are not accepting that when it comes to online business? Because fear of losing. They are focusing on what? Fear of losing. When they are focusing on fear of losing, they will not focus on fear of gaining. It's similar like driving a car by looking at behind or by looking at the rear mirror. What I'm losing there, what I'm not, what I'm coming from, where I'm coming from there. I'm looking at the rear mirror. I'm just driving. Wherever the focus goes, energy flows. I'm just driving. If I'm looking at the rear mirror, if I'm driving, what happens? Similarly, some people will look at that driving rear mirror. Oh, I'm losing that. I'm losing that. I'm losing that. But what they are gaining here? No. Can you be able to relate that? Got it? So it all depends on the mentality. What is between the ears? What is here? So when we can master what is between the ears, when we can tune what is between this here, then we can develop that kind of open-mindedness and knowing what you must know to start without a skeptical mindset, and by seeing people who are already living the life of what you really dreaming for, then knowing that this business is going to completely change your health, your family's health, your kids health with one time investment. And this business is a willable business. This business is going to generate a legacy, passive legacy and generational wealth. Besides the financial freedom, time freedom, can't you spend 2 hours and 18 minutes? Yeah, come on. So guys, that is how it is. So, and moreover, to start anything, as I said to you, you must know only 40 to 60% of information. If you are waiting for, I will have to know all the 100% of information, then you will be keep on waiting. That is why 95% of the people, 95% of the people remain getting stuck there wherever they are. Whereas those 5% of people are taking that calculated risk by knowing only 40 to 60% of information. They're jumping on and then they swim. Correct? And moreover, here you're not going to take, here you are not jumping on alone. You are jumping on, and we are here to mentor you. What is stopping? It's nothing but you. Got it what I mean? So you will be having certainly number of questions. So keep your questions with yourself. I'm not saying not to ask, but at the same time, keep up the questions with you. When you ask us, when you approach us, here we are. First of all, ask you whether we can really help you, because some of the people don't really need us. You would like to know whether you really need our help, even though this business is for everyone. But we are here to spend our valuable time to the people who really concern about, people who are really a quality people. So in that case, we would like to know what is actually the you are asking for this business. If we know, if we conclude ourselves not prejudicing, if we conclude ourselves, oh okay, we can help you, then only we will help you. Sometimes you don't need our help at all. What do I mean? So if we feel that, then eventually we will send our 2 hours of 18 minutes, 2 hours and 18 minutes of video module. You go through the module, your questions will be already answered there. Then we approach you again. We book a call to sign up furthermore, to make a decision furthermore. And moreover, we are not here to convince anyone, because you are already seeing all the factual information you must know. And even then, if you are not convinced with that, we don't spend our time, we don't waste our time. Got what I mean? If a person is not convinced by looking at the 2 hours and 18 minutes video module, if the person is not convinced to change their life, change their health and the family's health, and change their wealth, and if the person is not going to, is not convinced to achieve that freedom of life when 3 million can do, then what's the point of we sitting and wasting our time to convince them? We don't do that. We rather we help them, providing what can be done with for the one-time investment. If they have some sort of financial difficulty, how we can help them. So likewise, we help to make the decision. That's it, worldwide, globally. Got it? So that is how we do it, guys. So what is stopping you? And moreover, as I said, the digital asset, I'm going to share with you something, the beautiful thing which I did. So yes, I can share with you now. Why not? Yes, this one. Share. Am I sharing? Yeah, I'm going to share it now. Yes, did you watch this? Last week I presented all these in YouTube, Facebook profile, Facebook business page, and Facebook, what's it called as closed group, Pioneer Prosperity Movement. If you haven't been registered for that, guys, you can very well. It is called as Pioneer Prosperity Movement in Facebook, or in YouTube, Pioneer Prosperity Movement again in YouTube. You can subscribe and you can go through all the information that we are providing. So far in the YouTube itself, there are around 30 plus more videos in and around the business to create awareness and wealth education, wealth consciousness. You can go through it. There are so many number of general information, general values. Here we are providing values. So likewise, this is the one, and then other one is, yeah, this week I presented all days again in my live session. You can go through that again in the same platform, and by means of that, you will get to know so many number of informations. Take the yeah, of course, I know that you have taken the responsibility of doing that, right? And not only that, I'm going to show you one more thing this week. Apart from that, I'm going to show you one more thing maybe at the end too. I will definitely stay tuned. I will then. So, knowing all this, what is stopping you? The skepticism and the doubt. Of course, you don't have skepticism if you're watching until now. But what I mean to say here is, with the open-mindedness, if you reach us, here we are. First, we'll go for 30 minutes of conversation, and that also we automated it. We will tell you all those sort of things, how to do the automation, how to make use of the automation, all those sort of things. And not only that, to provide you that 1 week free trial of the entire business educational program that we have for you to go through within the 2 hours and 18 minutes video module, knowing that it is going to change your life's health and wealth for your family, for your generation. You are the one person who is going to be change your family's generation, right? It means wealth, right? So knowing that, of course, definitely you can spend this 2 hours and 80 minutes, right? Isn't it? To get to know what actually this business is involved, right? So I know you are a responsible person, and moreover, I'm going to show it to you now. One most important thing, even the last weekend I shared with this one, this is going to make you to think about that why it is necessary now, especially on the Friday. Okay, so yes, look at this for a second. What we do in that Friday evening, most of us, of course, including I used to do that. What we do, I used to spend, if you can't believe, guys, I used to spend around every week almost. I used to spend 1 to 2 hours in Dan Murphy. I was such a person because I don't know the value of the time at the time. But now I'm not. I'm more focusing on more time conscious because every single hour I'm becoming more productive. It doesn't mean that I'm all the time in my business. Every single hour I'm becoming more efficient and productive in all the 5 aspects: spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, and financial aspect. Right? Got it? So, temporary pleasure leads to lifetime regret. Think this in for a second. So I don't know how many of you are using the weekend wisely, because weekends are not meant to escape from the life of what you have. Weekends are meant to build the life of what you're after, what you're dreaming for. So optimize and maximize the time. And moreover, if you're watching Netflix and blah 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 blah, don't be a mediocre, guys, because that is what we end up into. I used to watch every single day. I used to watch news, one or the other channel, right from 6 o'clock until 7:30. I used to watch news, and moreover, I used to watch Netflix Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, 2 to 3 movies at a stretch every single night. I was that person, but now no more. I'm becoming more productive. Why? No more excuses. 2 words: creating me, towards creating that kind of generational wealth, towards creating the complete freedom of life. That is how I achieve the time freedom now. Not focusing on the instant pleasure, but focusing on the delayed gratification. Not focusing on the instant pleasure, but focusing on what? Delayed gratification. So temporary pleasure leads to lifetime regret. So this is the opportunity that you have. So make use of the opportunity. Don't be a mediocre. It is all within our responsibility. The moment we take the complete ownership, we can completely change our life. So I'm going to end up with one single question for you. One single question, only one question. You may come up with so many number of questions when you approach me. I'm going to ask you only one single question. How long you are determined, how long you are going to determine, how long you are determined to sell your precious time and your birthright, which is freedom, for someone. Ask yourself this question: how long you are determined to sell your precious time in your job or in your small business, or sell your birthright, which is freedom, for someone. How long you're going to do that, and what kind of change it is going to bring it to you in 10 years time and 20 years time. Have you ever thought about it? Think about it for a second. In 10 years time, if you keep living the life of what you are living now, what kind of change it is going to bring it in your life, for your generation, for your kids? Is it going to bring you a massive change? So how long you're going to be there? How long you're going to get stuck there? How long you're going to sell your time? How long you're going to sell your time and your freedom, birthright? Ask yourself these questions. The moment you start asking you questions, because this is all I asked myself, and that's how I discovered me, because I was such a person who completely wasted my time, but I didn't sit and think and feel guilty about it. Rather, I just flip my life. I just change myself, because the change is not going to happen from outside. If a person is waiting for a change, oh, that government is not good, this is not good, that is not good, fuel price is hiking, that is not good, this is not good. If they are always complaining on the government is not doing well, the military is not doing well, the society is not doing well, that politician is not doing well, they end up being what? They end up in living a surviving a mediocre life. Whereas that is not going to change. Why you are focusing on what is not going to change and what you can't control? Rather, I started focusing on me. The moment I started focusing on myself, where I can change myself, because without me changing, nothing else is going to change. Because what you see in the outside world is what you are inside. That's it. The outside world, what you see is a mirror reflection of you, of what you see inside. So start from inside. Your career success, your bank balance, your generational wealth, or your wealth, everything is based on you from inside out process. So take time, work hard on yourself, discover yourself, but it is not going to be overnight. That is why I always say that this business is a long time game. But by doing what you're doing, even after 10 years, even after 20 years, definitely it is not going to give you the freedom of life. But if you spend the 2 hours and 18 minutes for the video module that I'm going to send it to you, the moment you reach me, after I come to know that I can help you, if you sit and watch that without wasting your time, as I said to you now, without wasting your time, like, where is that? Oh, there you go. Like this, then definitely is going to change your life. Don't you think so? 2 hours, 80 minutes, guys. It's less than a movie time. I'm not begging you here, but since I'm already living that kind of life, the life of freedom, since I'm already there in that kind of life, I know how beautiful the life is with the freedom of life. You didn't experience that. You're familiar with where you are. That's why you're keeping remaining being there with the comfortable life. The moment you come out of it, the moment you come out of this shit kind of life, shitty life, because it is not going to take you anywhere, even after 10 years, even after 20 years. The moment you stop doing this, stop watching this, your life will change. So it's your decision, it's your choice. Ask yourself, discover yourself, how long you're going to sell your time. Because yeah, you may be enjoying, I'm not telling you not to enjoy, but you may be enjoying with your weekend life, that's fine. But again, you're going back to what kind of life? The life you hate, right, by Monday. So if you're going to do over and over the same sort of thing, what is going to change? Nothing, right? So think about this for a second. So how long you are determined to sell your precious time, and how long you are to sell your birthright, which is freedom and abundance, to someone to build their dreams. Why can't you take in charge? Why can't you take the ownership? Why can't you take the responsibility when this opportunity is going to offer that kind of stuff? But it's not going to be overnight. So 2 hours and 80 minutes video model with a 1 week free trial. That's it. Again, this is not to convince you. This is not to pitch you. This is the value that I'm going to share with you to make use of it. Because I'm living that life. I'm having that vision. We are, me and my wife, having the vision of by November 16th, 2027, we are going to help and mentor. We are going to positively impact and change 1,000 families in this world, including yourself. So we are here to give the hand for 1,000 families to change their life, by changing their life, their generational life. So we are calling on people who are having that similar sort of fire within themselves. If you are having that fire, reach us. That's it. So make use of the time. Think about this picture again. Don't be a mediocre. Of course, you are not, I know, but unknowingly we become. We believe what we have been told to believe. So it's all within your hands. It's all your choice. So think about it for a second, and then after live your life. It's all your choice. Cheers. Let's close this window. Live the life to the fullest. That's what I could say. Live the life to the fullest by being so much efficient and productive in whatever you do, by optimizing, maximizing your time. The time is the most precious asset. And let's all succeed together.